surprises. Too slow. Behold! There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. Relax. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Too slow. The wind rises.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Take it easy. Busted.
Stabilize! Squall and Fury!
Quit following me. Search for it. Behold! Too slow. The wind rises.
Add ast. Thank you for. Add ast.
Behold! Squall and Fury!
Solidified!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Time for a light show! Let's get this show on the road.
Gather!
Busted.
And step! Break a leg!
Order guide you!
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Firehead!
Solidified!
And leap!
Busted.
And step! Your grand finale!
Stabilize!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Time for a light show! Who would have imagined that people could really...
Take it easy.
Solidify!
And steps. Fire hazard! Time for a light show!
Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Easy money.
What do we have here? Oh, fizzled out. Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Easy money.
Break aloud! Observe!
Things are about to get dicey.
Ooh, let me open it. And step.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Time for a light show. Ooh, let me open it.
Take it easy.
What is the situation?
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
The fuse is lit!
Crumble!
Take it easy. I got a new letter from... Informant. Looks like the situation is... changed again. Quietly now.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Going in!
Game's up. Fun's over.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha!
Hey,
Busted.
Let's light it up! Shine down!
yeah, this may hurt a little. Yeah, a minute.
There is no escape! Ha! Shine down! Teamwork is dreamwork!
I see everything.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Make yourselves at home.
So now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Hey.
Busted.
I'm going in!
Game's up. Fun's over.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
I see everything.
Busted.
Shine down!
This may hurt a little. Everyone hold hands.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Make yourselves at home. I see everything.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Game's up. Fun's over.
There is no escape!
Busted. Take it easy.
Share my knowledge.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Here comes the catch.
Shine down! Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Everyone hold hands.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Torn to oblivion!
Here comes the catch.
Hey! Stop.
Busted. I'm going in! Why do they never miss?
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Take it easy.
There is no escape! Teamwork is strength!
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
Quietly now. Game's up. Phone's over.
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Hey!
Gotcha. Quietly now.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation... Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that town.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques...
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to... make sense. But besides Jacques, the attack from the guard... It's obvious that our enemy has become more...
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since... but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he... But I didn't feel like...
Yeah. Had he actually tampered? If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when...
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the confer... It's still really hard for... Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own... Florent? But... Spina de...
So you're saying he's too broke?
Exactly. He can't. Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects?
Malus has always been very reliable. And his judgment of others' trustworthiness, the suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in, we need far more solid proof before we can hope to...
Navia, here you are.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
Wasn't that place built specifically for...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called
What?
Yeah, we know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit.
Wait, how?
That's what I thought was strange about. If the charge against him stands...
Right. Because they'll...
Yeah. And it'll be...
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, you're right. This is our best opportunity. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up...
We'll help you, just like...
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be... It's our hope that you're...
Thank you so much.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Take it easy.
Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production. Ah, you're right. Navia's probably arguing.
It would appear that I must repeat my question. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all. I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand? You—
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the way. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poor. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to
That case had nothing to do with him! Huh? What's going on?
Why is she in—
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time but that was an exception rather than standard.
Oh, please. Did you ever think... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not... And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven in...
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is... Something... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What convert?
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge, and if the charge fails, depending on the
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away. Mr. Marcel, you will not require...
Apologies. It all just happened, so I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. Only through elucidating what really happened in...
Navia, do you really think that I was... Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't...
I think there's no point in getting into these.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosu... During the banquet, all attending... When the guests arrived at the scene, the guard's investigation did not... The suspect did not dispute this conclusion. Callus was defeated by Champion... These are the known facts.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, in truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father. After that, the true culprit turned... Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the ability... The testimony, however, in the end, he, unfortunately for... This assassin... A pile of but now it is since it was raining. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the higher...
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from—
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess—
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should
but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated—
Then, may I ask some questions? In my— One, do you
I'm afraid not.
Boo! If you—
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find, considering the serial disappearances case. The guards probably kept careful record.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a...
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again. Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you describe, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that
I've thought about this too. And the answer is actually pretty simple. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation... What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict had this opera house ever given my father any kind? But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents, and I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this...
So, you mean to say...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth.
So, during the duel, did you...
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of... In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus...
Since that's your testimony, I
concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's...
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about...
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are, in my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized the culprit could only time their actions so precisely. Coincidentally, Marcel...
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your...
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the... On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor...
Know what she can say?
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see it? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah, well. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize to...
No, it's not your fault.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license? You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or ask my friend, could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable...
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for fault.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting, but aren't you going against all of his wishes and He wished for you to become more rational, once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong.
This isn't just about me. And it never... The biggest difference between me and the rest, the people whose families were destroyed by Syntha, many people's images are flashing before my... And whose image do you see? Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that...
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone...
I was waiting for you to...
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Take it easy.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Take it easy.
Illusion shattered!
Busted!
Fire hazard! Ha!
Quietly now.
Now the path is clear! Let's go!
Gather!
Here comes the catch. Busted.
After all that, though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence. What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with... Huh? You mean the girls from the series? And then they were... And all the boxes of things. These names. What's this over here? Looks like some kind... Experiment number 16 aims... The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just... How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did... Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... So that's... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he... In any case... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the water... Mixing in progress... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! means this is where they make all the synth. And that's special. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a huge. Paimon will take notes on this and... Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have the old dog's a real. He can act whenever. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories... Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true... No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever that way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit... You take that side, and Paimon will take the... Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover? Then... you found her dead? Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. So many! A whole page's worth! But the final name she Marcel! Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for... Hey!
And whose image do you... Is it a man named Vash... Oh, so you...
I'm merely surprised you...
I was... Navia!
We're back!
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to...
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I... But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we already know. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting me. You even created Marcel as a new...
So that's it. Even the villain, and with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past... Well, Marcel... You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, so you never noticed...
You also never understood, boss.
Or our determination to...
You're determined...
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise...
Do you really think... Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death, well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit. Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever Sheik, but I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So I did all of that. And in the end, I spent my entire life living on pins and needles.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! Vignere, please, Vignere! Don't think badly.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that,
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, after exchanging blows with although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn callous. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearance. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charge. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he...
With that, the serial
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be...
Yippee! We have Navia! He's hurt so many innocent people. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely...
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yeah. See, Papa?
well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has...
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial...
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already...
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This is all...
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over...
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, the guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique, guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine...
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different...
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted...
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is by law. Guards, please take the suspect into...
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Neuvillette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at... I don't know what happened.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we... Don't tell me. You thought even I...
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was...
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything and... of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything... If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to mention that all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, although...
So she chose to make her escape after all.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock in...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's...
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear that? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you... The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever...
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers...
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he...
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no, it's...
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spirit? Very well.
Your Honor, I fear...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry.
In that case...
Thank you!
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just...
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me!
Vache?
I'm here!
Hey, wait! Begin...
Vignere, is that you?
Vache, why did you... You look a lot old.
It's been more than 20 all this time. I must be dreaming. Vignere, you are my everything. I really don't know how I...
But Vache, if you ask me, this world... If not for you, I would have finished my law. If not for you, I would have continued. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take... It's all because of your...
Wait, you are not...
You're right. I am not. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial. Our thoughts circulated endlessly. I'm Cressy. The only one I am not is Vignere.
Why? But then, where is Vignere?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. This is what you get for your selfishness. But did you ever consider whether she'd want... You are a liar. The only thing you are not. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignere's, she has had nothing.
No.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignere. She really does. But on top of that, she also said that because... She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no...
Vache.
Vache? 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 Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was...
Even this weather can't put a damper.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navi!
Oh, now that I...
Sounds like you're really enjoying...
It's just been one thing after the other. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. This time, though, everyone...
So his name's definitely been...
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted... Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to...
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, I believe the story was... To be fair, though, it was a really... She was trying to lean on our friendship.
Oh, yeah. She told us about that.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with...
Now that's another thing.
Oh, and in other...
Oh, are you two on better...
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to...
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Claret...
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved... Oh, actually, there's still...
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave. And on top of that... That...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too. We also...
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off.
Yeah, you're right. It's been rain... This is where my father...
Huh? There's someone... Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me.
In that case, I will stop apologizing.
You really could use some pointers in any case. Why?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. But Mr. Callis proved me utterly, and if not for his sacrifice, Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and in the end, from a certain a justice that's higher than... So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strongs.
Didn't I just say...
So Navia and Nerva... Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after. Paimon's never paid respect. Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too... Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can...
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your...
We ran into Navia...
I see.
Well...
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be...
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special...
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
Huh. So it really was where...
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient...
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Nervalette. But if that's the case, then...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life? To be frank, that also doesn't match my Is there anything else you... That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy direct. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being...
Is there anything else you'd... My apologies. My investigation has still not reached. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrary.
But you also...
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in that not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove... In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does... Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even while we do intend to get to the bottom of this, if we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you... Your sibling. Another blonde-haired if he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter and had no reason to appear on the stage. Is there anything... Very well. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
All right. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Good roll.
Stabilize!
There is no escape! Fuse is lit!